Hello everybody and welcome back to Herbie's Garage. Today I'm going to be assembling this tire bead breaker and tire changer for a motorcycle tire. And it didn't come with instructions, it just came with a picture. So I thought, maybe I'll just go ahead and assemble this on camera in case you want to get one of these and you're uncertain on how it goes together. So let's go ahead and start putting it together. It's not too hard. It doesn't have too many pieces, as you could see. The best thing to do is to kind of organize it, put your nuts and bolts off to the side, separate them, put them all together. And then I'll go over what wrenches and sockets and stuff that you need to put it together. I think we'll start from the base and we'll work our way up. So this is going to be the bottom. And this big heavy duty piece right here is what's going to bolt to this lower, the bigger round piece. So if you flip this over, you'll see that it has three copper colored fastener nuts, whatever you want to call it. And you have three of these hex bolts. So we're going to put these in these three holes. And this is a 8mm hex. And this is going to be the only hex head bolt on here. So this is the only one we need the 8mm hex for. Then we'll snug them down and then we'll go back and re-torque them. And tighten them real good. You don't want it coming off or loose. All right. So that's going to be our base. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is put this ring here on, and you want these plastic pieces right here facing up. And these little tabs are going to be facing each other, and we're going to be putting these on to the tabs. And we're going to take a bolt and a washer and a nut. And this is going to take 4 bolts, nuts, and washers for each one of these legs. This tire changer feels like it's pretty heavy. I was thinking it might be a flimsy little thing for the price. You know, it's not too bad of a price. I have no idea how it's going to work. I will demonstrate this in action at some point. I do have a set of tires that I want to put on, and these have to be put on from the outside. Don't put them from the inside. Put them on the outside like that. And I'll wait to tighten them all the way down until I get it all together. Looks like it's a pretty easy assembly. That's probably why they don't give you assembly instructions, but I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and demonstrate this anyway. Okay, now that I have those on loosely, we're going to flip it back over, and then this is just going to set on here. And we're going to line these bolt holes up. And then we'll put these washer nuts on. And eventually, after I get this all together, my plan is I'm going to get some rubber hose, maybe some inch and a quarter, whatever it's going to take. And I'm going to put it, whoops, that one didn't line up. There we go. I'm going to get some 1 inch or inch and a quarter hose, and I'm going to wrap it on here all the way around and zip tie it so I can protect my rim and don't have to worry about scratching it. Because the whole reason of getting something like this and doing it on a tool like this is we want to try to prevent any scratches. Looks like I'm going to have just enough nuts and bolts and washers. I'll have 1 extra washer, it looks like. And I'm only putting the washer on the side with the nut. I'm not putting it on the bolt head side, just so you know that. Okay, all the nuts and bolts are in. So now we're going to take a 10mm socket and a 10mm wrench, and we're just going to go around them and tighten them up. I tell you what, let me get an impact. Alright, to make this go a little bit quicker, I'm going to use an impact. Just going to take a while to go through all these bolts. And then I'll just go through and I'll double check them, make sure they're tight. Alright, now they're all tight. So the next step is we're going to take this rod, and it comes with 2 nuts. We're going to run the rod all the way through, and then we're going to, I think what we'll do is we'll put 1 nut up here and run it all the way up like that, and we'll put the rod in, run the other nut on there. Now that we've got these nuts on here, let's go ahead and tighten this down. Get you a couple crescent wrenches. And just snug it down. You don't want to squeeze it too tight because you don't want to collapse this box tubing, but you want it tight to where it won't move like that. And then this is the wing nut that goes on top, so when you put your wheel on there, this will screw down to your wheel. I don't know if this is supposed to have like a big washer or something that sits over that goes against your wheel. I'll find out whenever I go to actually use this. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to take this bead breaker arm and attach the bead breaker to it. So we'll take our long bolt. They give us 2 long bolts. One will go for this and the other will go for this end that attaches onto here. and then we'll put the nut on it. And it's got a self-locking nut. It's a 12 millimeter on this side, and I think it's a 13 millimeter on the other side on the nut. Now we don't want to get this too tight because then this here won't move, so we want to get it snug but not super tight. Okay, that still moves good, so I'm going to tighten it up a little more. Yeah, that's working good. I think you can tighten it pretty good. Okay, that's as tight as I want to get it. That's pretty tight. Okay, then I'll take my other long bolt, run it through like so. Same thing, we'll put a nut on there. We'll have a 12 millimeter on one side and a 13 millimeter on the other. Okay. Now it's got a curved piece. This is curved. You want the curve going this way. You don't want the curve going this way. You want to go this way. The same curve that's in this is the way you want this curved. Same direction. So make sure you have that on correctly. And you can always adjust this depending on the size of the wheel that you have that you're trying to break the bead on. You can move it closer or farther away, and then you can lock it down like that and break the bead with it. Okay, the last thing that it has this big long pin. Not really sure what that's for yet. And it's got a clip to go in the hole in the pin to hold it in there. I don't really see what that's for yet, but I'm sure it's got a purpose. And that completes the assembly. You can see here's the picture and here's the assembled product. The only thing I have left is one little flat washer. So I used 2 crescent wrenches. These are 10-inch crescent wrenches. And I used a 12 millimeter socket, 13 millimeter wrench, a 10 millimeter socket, and a 10 millimeter wrench. And then the 3 Allens on the bottom are 8 millimeter. This is 3/8 drive with a little ratchet. And it took about maybe 10-15 minutes to put together. It was a pretty easy assembly. So now I get to try this out and see how it does. I'm really wanting to use the bead breaker to see how that does whenever I go to change my tires. I got to find me some rubber to put on here first because I do not want to scratch my rims, and that'll be one of the next things that I have to do to get this ready to use. Other than that, we're ready to go. It looks like it's pretty heavy. I think it's going to work well, but I don't know for sure. We'll find out when I go do my tires. Time will tell. All right. I appreciate you all coming along, and I'll leave a link in the description for this in case you're interested in getting one, and I'll see you on the next one. Please like and subscribe. Talk to you later.